Hello students, this is Miss Dalton and this video is about writing the equation of an absolute value function. So there's going to be two things that you're going to need to find when you write the equation of an absolute value function. The first thing that you need to find is you need to be able to find the vertex. Okay, so we're going to look at the vertex to identify the h and the k. So remember, your vertex is in the format h, comma, k. The x value is going to go in for your h, the y value is going to go in for your k. And then keep in mind that your h goes in right here. So if h is positive, then you're going to have that negative positive, so minus h. But if h is negative, then you're going to have a negative h, which becomes a positive. And so if you'll just remember that the h is always going to go into the equation as the opposite. The next thing that you're going to find is after you've found your vertex, then you're going to just find the next point on the right, and the next point on the right is going to help you find the slope. And so we'll look at an example in just one second. The slope is going to represent your a value. So if the absolute value graph opens up, then you would rise, run to get to the next point on the right. You would be going up, so it'd be a positive slope. If your absolute value is opening down, then your a value is going to be negative. So let me draw a picture of that. So if the absolute value opens up, then your a is positive. And if the absolute value opens down, then a is negative. So I'm just going to abbreviate negative. Okay? And then at that point, you're going to write the absolute value function using what you determined from looking at the graph. So the a is going to go in the front right here. And then you'll have your h that's going to go inside the absolute value bars, and then you're going to have the plus k on the end. All right, so let's look at an example. So we have this graph on the right, and the question says, write the equation of the given graph and then describe the following characteristics of the graph. So first, go ahead and find your vertex. Here's my vertex right there. So the ordered pair for that is -1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, positive 4. That's your h and your k. So this is my h and this is my k. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that over here. My vertex is -1, 4, and therefore my h is -1, and my k is 4. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to find your slope. Now, I always recommend going from your vertex and finding the next solid point. My next solid point, and what I mean by a solid point is that it goes through whole number values for x and y. My solid point is right here. So now if I count my rise from my vertex, I have to rise +2, run 1. So slope is always rise over run. Therefore, I had to rise 2 over 1. So my slope is just going to be 2, because 2 divided by 1 is 2. So your slope is a +2. And so therefore my a is a +2 as well. So now we're going to go ahead and write that in our function equation. F of x equals, your a is going to come first, 2, Then your h is going to come, but because I have a -1, then I would have a minus -1, which you'll see that that would just be a +1. So again, if you'll just remember that if your h is negative, in your equation, you're going to have a positive. And then I will have my plus k. K is 4, so it just goes in exactly as the sign is. So it would be +4. All right. Does this graph open up or down? Obviously, it opens up. And that makes sense because my A is positive as well. So we can look at that for kind of verification. All right. Now it's asking, do I have a maximum or a minimum? Well, since it opens up, then my vertex right here is a minimum value. And then what is that minimum value? It's going to be your vertex -1, 4. Now, what is your domain? Well, we're going to go ahead and write it in interval notation. From here on out, that's what I will do, is I will just keep writing it as an interval. Domain, if you look at the left side versus the right side, on the left side, it's going from -infinity. On the right side, it's going to +infinity. And remember, infinities always have parentheses. If I look at my range, I'm having to look at the bottom to the top. And at the bottom of my graph, it's at the value 4. And then at the top of my graph, it goes on forever. So it's going to be infinity. And then infinity will always have parentheses, but the 4 is a solid point. So it's going to have a bracket. Okay, then we need to look at what our positive intervals are. So if you remember from the last unit, positive means above the x-axis. Well, everything on this graph is above the x-axis, so therefore, we're going to put -infinity to +infinity. Everything, so you're just putting the domain of the positive interval. Well, everything's above the x-axis, so the whole graph is positive. The negative, so none of the graph is negative, so we're just going to put NA. And then increasing. Now, increasing is not positive. Increasing means if you are walking along that absolute value graph, when would you be increasing, meaning going up? So on this side of my graph, it's increasing. And so when I write that, I'm just going to write the domain of that. So the domain is from -1 to infinity for the increasing value. And honestly, that first can either be parentheses or brackets. It can be either one. Decreasing. So decreasing is as you're walking along the graph, when would you be walking down the graph? And so I'd be walking down the graph on that part. And so that would be -infinity to -1. All right, so here is our next example, and this is our last example for this video. So if you would like, why don't you go ahead and pause the video and let's see if you can answer these questions on this example. So pause the video, put your answers down, and then when you're ready to check your answers, you can go ahead and press play again. All right, go ahead and check your answers and make sure that you've got them correct. One thing that I will point out is that when you get down here to the negative interval, well, let's talk about positive, negative, increasing, decreasing. I color-coded them in the graph. So the positive, remember, is above the x-axis. So that's your green section right here. Everything that's above the x-axis. And then the negative interval is everything that's below the x-axis. So that's going to be this side and this side. Now what we use in math to symbolize and is this U. It's called union. And we use that in math instead of doing like the and, okay? So we use the U instead of and. And so what that means is it's the interval from negative infinity to 1 and from 5 to positive infinity. Now, the increasing section is the part of the graph that if you were walking along the hill, where would you be going up? And it's on that left side there. And so it's going to be from negative infinity to positive 3 because, again, we're just using the x values. Then the decreasing section is this part right here. Whoops, sorry. Let me do a different color. Should be blue. So the decreasing section is right here. And so that's going to be from 3 to positive infinity. All right, guys, I hope that this made sense to you. And so make sure you've got your notes filled out. And then tomorrow when you come to class, we will work on some example problems and some your assignment.